Welcome to another edition of the Plant-Based Quick Cooking Show, coming to you from the Center for Plant-Based Living in St. Louis, Missouri. I do hope you'll stop by sometime, and if you can't, we're online. Okay, let's get going. I have a hard time calling this one a recipe because it's just one ingredient. Let me ask you, what do you dip into your favorite salsa? What do you dip into your guacamole? Chips, right? Tortilla chips. And where do you get those chips? At the grocery store. Do you just buy them? Do you just buy the chips right off the shelf? If you do, chances are you're eating crap. Don't eat crap. Let's make our chips, have a little bit more control over our food, and they're so much more economical. Go to the store and buy any tortilla, any corn tortilla you want. Make sure that it only says corn, what is this going to say? Corn masa flour, water, and maybe there's a little bit of lime in there also. This is the Mission brand. This is at every grocery store, and they have different types. Go to any store you want, buy any kind of corn tortilla you want. It does not matter. And you know what? I think this was probably like $2.29 or something for all of these tortillas. And there was more than this in there, of course, because I've already made some. All right, grab 4 or 5 of them. Grab your scissors, or you can just cut them. And you know what? You can cut these in any shape you want. I don't care if you get your favorite cookie cutter and make little shapes. Doesn't matter what shape they are. I am just going to do the traditional triangle, cut them in half, and then I'm going to make 3 triangles out of each one. So you're going to get 6 out of each one. No added oils, no added salts, sugars, stabilizers, crap. And today we're using an air fryer. Listen, I was not on board with air fryers for a long time because, as you know, I don't like a lot of clutter. And air fryers, even though they're kind of small, they can still take up a lot of space on a countertop. So I am late to the game with the air fryer, but I love it. Well, now they're a lot more economical. They used to be pretty expensive, but every manufacturer seems to have one. So the price has definitely come down. And this one is this is the Go Wise, and it's probably, I think we're probably coming up on 3 years. We bought this off Amazon, like that Amazon Prime Day. So it was pretty inexpensive. And if you're unfamiliar, an air fryer, let's be real, an air fryer is a convection oven on crack. It really is. It also has, if you have the basket, this really nice, it's almost like a frying basket, and it has these holes in it. So when the heat, the fan from the heat is making the air move around, you don't have to get in there and flip your food because the holes in this basket allow the air to circulate freely. It's really nice. We're just going to put our tortilla cutouts in here. And a nice thing about this also, because the air does move around pretty freely, you don't need to get in there and toss everything around. You can just give it like a really quick shake if you choose to. Now I'm going to set this thing on 400 at about, I think I'm going to give it 8 minutes. And we'll see what happens. So you can make, typically what I will do is take an entire, and you'll start to kind of hear these bang around in there. I will take a bag of the tortillas, cut them up, make a big batch of them like on a Sunday or something, and keep them in a sealed container. And it takes us a couple of weeks to get through them, but it's so nice because, again, I know that we're not eating any extra chemicals that I can't spell or say. No added salts, no added sugars, none of that stuff. And again, it's just $2 and change usually. So, corn tortillas, they're so super cheap. Now, we're just gonna keep that going. Air fryers, they're, everyone is a little bit different, and also tortillas are typically a little bit different. This Mission brand has white, yellow, super thin, soft. So, and I think that they're probably all going to cook a little bit differently. So, and then also, if you don't have an air fryer, no big deal. Watch the recipe that I have online and down below. And you can just do these in the convection oven, in your own convection oven, or if you don't have that setting, just a regular oven is totally fine. But please, just because you don't have an air fryer, number one, you don't have to go out and get one just for this. And if you don't have one, no big deal. But one of the nice things about an air fryer is that it is sort of small. I think they are kind of getting a little bit more condensed, but also it doesn't hardly take any time to heat up, and you're not heating up your entire kitchen by using the oven, especially that can be kind of, during the summertime, ugh, gross. So an air fryer is a really good option. So kind of think about that, talk to your friends and see if you want to get one or not. I have a couple of friends who have several of them. I think that it's probably, there's so many uses for them. People bake in them, they can bake cakes in them, they can bake cookies in these. I yet have not done that, but I think that I'm gonna have to try so that we can do these videos together. Okay, so this is actually what I got after 8 minutes in the air fryer. These crispy, crispy chips. Now, when you are doing this either in your oven or in your air fryer, because there's so many different variables, and everybody's ovens are calibrated differently, and the air fryers are all a little bit different. As we said, the chips are a little bit different as well. Check it every once in a while, and once you know your timing and your chip, then write it down or put it in your phone or whatever. Because 8 minutes here for me in these Mission chips may be completely different for you. So you really just have to kind of get in there and look at them. And they're starting to turn a little bit. I don't know if you can see that, but they're still pretty soft. It's kind of funny to hear them rattle around in there eventually. And also, when I used to make these chips at home, just in the regular oven, I used to take a little basting brush and put some lime or some cumin, maybe a little bit of salt on there. But I'll tell you what is a chip? A chip is a vessel to shove salsa or guacamole or something in your mouth, right? Typically, we just don't eat the chips. I mean, you could, and they're pretty tasty, but typically we're putting something on these chips. So I have learned to not even put anything on the chips. It doesn't matter, because you're getting most of the flavor from whatever you're putting on your chip, right? So I don't even mess with basting these things or putting anything on them anymore. Oh, can you hear it? Oh. All right, so I'm just gonna sit here for the next, I don't know, hour or so and make the rest of our chips for the week so that I can feel good about it. I can feel good about snacking every once in a while. All right, thanks for tuning in to this 1 ingredient recipe. Look, we did 7 ingredients less. You know, our mission every week is 7 ingredients or less in less than 30 minutes. Bingo, we did it again. I'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in. Take care.